Okay, so hello. My name is Isabella Reyes. I'm in period 6, and that's all I really have to say for right now.
Hello. My name is Kathy Din, and I also have sixth period.
Hi, my name is
Wait.
Julia Moran. Oh, sorry. Hi, my name
No,
is
yeah.
Julia Moran, and I also have sixth period.
Hi, my name is Emily Alvarado, and I'm also in sixth grade.
Hi, my name is Ellen Tellis, and I also have sixth period.
My name is Sharon Salazar, and I'm in sixth period.
Okay, so like last week's podcast, we're going to talk about the SDG Goal 14, life underwater, but this time we're going to talk about reducing marine pollution and what we know about it. And what we're supposed to talk about today is what we learned about it and what are the targets for it. So something that I learned about how people are trying to reduce marine pollution is this woman. I don't remember where she's from. She's not from here. She's not from the US though. She's making this plastic that's like really biodegradable. Like it breaks down like not immediately after use, but like it takes it takes a lot less than like millions of years to break down her form of plastic, and it's like completely safe to use, and you're able to drink out of it, and you can use it for anything that's like specifically made by plastic. It's just like not it's not like a water bottle where it's just going to be there on earth for like years and years.
Something that I learned is like you said, there are many people who are trying to like use the trash for other purposes, not for that. It kind of reminds me when I was in elementary school, my class went to the field trip to Huntington Beach, and we actually did a whole beach cleanup, and I think it kind of reminded me of that.
So I was like usually on TikTok or something, and I've been seeing a lot of people finding other ways to package their products. Like some people have started using biodegradable paper that basically dissolves in water. So you just put it in water and it just like dissolves. I've seen other people use like a plant-based fiber that has like seeds in it. So once it like degrades, like it'll plant plants, flowers. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Like how Evelyn mentioned about TikTok, I've also seen videos about a house being made with like recycled cans, and that was really interesting because how about if rain comes, and I didn't really think like how a house could be made by that, but that's something that could help with like the ocean. And another thing that reminded me of this topic was when I was cleaning up the beach and there was a lot of plastic, and it just made me think of other ways we can reduce that.
Going off of what Evelyn and I'm sorry, how do you pronounce your name?
Julia.
Julia. Sorry, because we got confused about it during sixth period. So like, I just wanted to like confirm and like not say your name wrong because I know that annoys some people. But going off of what you guys said, I I actually follow this dude. He takes like I don't know if they're shrimp, but I guess there is like a type of parasite that like attracts itself to the shrimp and like feeds off of the shrimp. So what he does is he goes out like I think every morning, and then he takes the parasite off of the shrimp, and then he throws the parasite into a compost pile or he feeds it to the bird. And so it's like he puts the shrimp back into the water. So it's like him helping them live for a longer period of time and helping their species live for a long time. So I thought that was really cool.
I think it's really interesting how like most of the things I've seen is either cleaning up the trash or using it for another art piece or even like manipulating like biology to have like parasites eat the trash or something like what Isabella said.
Does anyone have any ideas on how like we can reduce marine pollution? Like
Probably by using less plastic, because I know like plastic bottles, instead of using that, we can use reusable water bottles. What else? Plastic bags, like when you go to the store, instead of using plastic bags, you can use reusable bags.
We could also continue like taxing people whenever they get like plastic bags at stores.
Also, in general, I would totally focus on reducing the need for plastic because let's admit it, plastic is pretty cheap and sometimes it's a lot easier to get something in plastic than in reusable containers. So I think what would be nice is to have reusable containers like water bottles and such be cheaper, especially for anyone who is low income.
Also, using plastic silverware instead of plates, forks, spoons, because I know like most of us don't feel like doing dishes, so we can just use glass instead. Because why are we gonna just continue to throw away stuff when we can just use reusable ones that we can wash?
I agree. And going off of what Emily said about taxing people on the plastic bags that we use at the grocery store. Yeah, that's a reason my mom actually started using reusable bags is because like not that the tax is like hugely high or anything, but it's like you'd rather have something that you could reuse over and over and over again than having to just keep paying and paying and paying for more bags and stuff. So I think that having a tax on plastic bags is actually it's not a terrible idea, but I think it's good for reducing marine pollution. And I agree with the fact that like we should be using like reusable bottles and stuff. And I remember people like I'm pretty sure you guys remember like early to late 2019, like people would like push out like the metal straws, the reusable straws, and I know some people made fun of it because of how like other people would go about it, but I actually think it's a really good thing to get because you don't really think about how a smaller plastic straw could really affect like marine pollution until you like have seen the video of the turtle who got a straw stuck up his nose.
I actually bought the metal straws, but one time in Starbucks, they gave us like a carbon one, but it made the drink taste so nasty. So I'm like, please give me a regular straw because it just tasted horrible.
Also, I feel like we should reduce it, like reducing plastic, like in general, and like especially when you're buying things. Like sometimes when you buy things online, they put like a bunch of like unnecessary like plastic around it, and just packaging and things like that.
I think with the reusable bags though, like for grocery stores, I think it could be a good opportunity for artists because with reusable bags, you can put any kind of design you want. So yeah, it can be expensive at first, but I feel like a lot like encouraging more reusable bags could be a great opportunity for artists to sell their work and even do like custom designs for people who want to shop with them.
And with the plastic bags, Kathy, wanted to add on that some people, like I mentioned in the previous podcast, how some people use the actual plastic bags, create them into their own grocery bags so they can go out and buy stuff. And I've seen people make book bags out of them. So
Back on what Izzy said on like how the videos of like the turtle with like the the plastic in their nose and stuff. I feel like the videos of awareness make people like obviously more aware and like make them think twice of what they want to use or like how they like not just throw it in the ocean or whatever.
Other than plastic, another way we can help our ocean is by saving water. Like, I know most people, when they brush their teeth, they leave the water running. And instead, you could just turn off the water so we could help our ocean.
Going off of what Sharon said about like the people like seeing stuff and them wanting it to like change or be changed. I remember a field trip we took. I don't remember if it was in third or fourth grade, but we took a field trip to like a marine aquatic center, and like we went on a boat and everything. I think I talked about this in the last podcast we recorded, but there was an exhibit, and if you looked at it from far away, they looked like actual jellyfish. But if you walked closer to them, you could see like a label on the bag, and like it represented the fact that like sea turtles like they can't really see very well, especially underwater. So if they're seeing like stuff like plastic bags and other like kind of clearish things underwater, like they can potentially eat that and that could be toxic for their system. So I think that seeing that would make people not want to like throw trash into the ocean or like think about actually using like stuff.
Also, maybe scientists could use this as an opportunity because you know how a lot of like animals in the ocean kind of mistake plastic for creatures, right? Maybe they can design something. Maybe they can design plastic to not look like these things because many of them, especially when you look at the images of them eating it, actually does look a lot like their counterparts. And even I'm human. I know they're plastic, but I can see why they would mistake because unlike us, they're not exactly used to using plastic products. They don't really, at least to my knowledge, they don't really have an industrial revolution or anything like that.
So does anyone have anything left to say before we end this recording? Because I know everyone has stuff to do, especially because it's on Friday and it's a Super Bowl weekend, and I don't want to keep everyone for like 40 minutes. So does anyone have anything left to say before I end the recording?
No, that was all. That was a great discussion, though.